Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Om Jnananandmirandasya Jnananjanasrakaya Chakshurunmritam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Hare Krishna, dear devotees, welcome to our Iskcon official YouTube channel. Today I am going to discuss second chapter of Srimad Bhagavatam, 6th canto, in which there is description of deliverance of Ajamila by Vishnu Dutas. This is the news of regarding spiritual matters. Anyway, in first 6 verses, it is described how Vishnu Dutas chastised Jamadutas. Jamadutas means they are Dharmadutas. They know Dharma. But Vishnu Dutta, they also know Dharma. So there is a gradation of Dharma. The Vishnu Jamadutas, they don't know Dharma, we cannot say. We have discussed that they said what is Dharma as per Veda. And Vishnu Duttas, they tell about Dharma, what is beyond Vedas. As described by the Lord to Arjuna, Traigunya Vishaya Veda, Nistraigunya Arjuna. In Veda, there are about 3 modes, discussion about 3 modes, but we have to transcend. So this is pure Dharma. And Jamadutas, they also say Dharma, but that is Saguna, what is Nirguna. So this is the difference. So that's why messengers from Vaikuntha explained to the Jamadutas the glories of chanting the holy name of the Lord. So the Vishnudutas said, now impious acts are being performed even in an assembly of devotees. For a person who is not punishable is going to be punished in the assembly of Jamaraj. The mass of people are helpless and must depend upon the government for their safety and security. But if the government takes advantage of this to harm the citizens, where will they go? So, we see perfectly that Ajamila shouldn't be punished, although you are attempting to take him to Jamaraj for punishment, as we have discussed in the first chapter of this canto. So, in 13 verses, 7 to 19, these 14 verses describe the glories of the holy name. So it was due to Ajamila's glorifying the holy name of the Supreme Lord that he was not punishable. The Vishnus explained this as follows. In verse 7, they say, I am he Kruta Nirviso Janma Kutya Ansamapi Jadvyajahar Vivaso Nama Swastana Hare. This is simply by once chanting the holy name of Narayana, this Brahmana has become free from the reactions of sinful life. Indeed, he has been freed from not only from the sins of his life, of this life, but from the sins of many, many thousands of other lives. Janma Kotya Ahasamati. He has already undergone true atonement for all his sinful actions. If one atones according to the directions of the Shastras, one doesn't actually become free from sinful reactions. But if one chants the holy name of the Lord, even a glimpse of such chanting can immediately free one from all sins. Chanting the glories of the Lord's holy name, I can soar good fortune. Therefore, there is no doubt that Ajamila, being completely free from all sinful reactions, should not be punished by Jamaraj. So, in the purport also, Srila Prabhupada Maharaj quotes from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, where it is stated in Smriti Shastra that Namno hi javati shakti papa niraharana hare tavat kartum na saknoti patakam pataki nara. That means, simply by chanting one holy name of Hari, a sinful man can counteract the reactions to more sins than he is able to commit. So also it is stated in Brihad Vishnu Purana that if one chants the holy name of the Lord even in a helpless condition or without desiring to do so, all the reactions of his sinful life depart. Just as when a lion roars, all the small animals flee in fear. It is stated in Garuda Purana. So in this way, Vishnu further said. So Jamadutta saying we have discovered so many sins they have done. This Ajamila has done so many sins. It is stated that there is a long book that is about the sinful activities Ajamila did. But that's why Vishnu Datta said this verse that Sarvesam api agavatam idameva suniskrutam nama vyaharanam Vishnu jatat visayamati. Very important verse. It is also the best method of atonement for one who murders women, the king or his father, for one who slaughters cows, and for all other sinful men. Simply by chanting the holy name of the Lord Vishnu, such sinful persons may attract the attention of the Supreme Lord, who therefore considers, because this man has chanted my holy name, my duty is to give him protection. So when we chant the name of the Lord, what the Lord thinks of, is stated by Siddha Swami, that Namo Vyaharanat Tad Visaya Namacharak Purusha Visaya Madhyo Ayam Maya Sarvata Rakshinam Iti Vishnur Mati Bhavati. When we chant the name of the Lord thinks that he is my person, Madhyo Ayam, and Maya Sarvata Rakshinam, I will protect him from everywhere. In this way, the Lord thinks, Lord Vishnu thinks. So, if Jamaduttas will think, they were thinking like that. Nano ayam putra nama grahin na tu bhagavan nama tatrahu. The Narayana, that is the name of his son. So Jamaraj Duttas, they were thinking that he is thinking of his son, not the Lord. So this verse is stated. Sanketyam parya sangstobam helanmeva vaikunda nama granam asisa agam haram vidhu. That means one who chants the holy name of the Lord is immediately freed from the reactions of unlimited sins. Even if he chants indirectly to indicate something else, jokingly, for musical entertainment, or even neglectfully, this is accepted by all the learned scholars of the scriptures. So, in verse 17, they say, Taistani agani puyante tapadana vratadivi na dharmajang tadhurdayang tadapi sangri sevaya. This verse is very important. Although one may neutralize the reactions of sinful life through austerity, charity, vows, and other such methods, these pious activities cannot uproot the material desires in one's heart. However, if one serves the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he is immediately freed from all such contaminations. So, Srila Siddha Swami says, Sakrit pravartitena dipyaneva gadha dhvantani Sakrut pravartitena, if one chants the holy name of the Lord once, Sakrit, so it is like a candle, a light. The light dispenses, Dhvanta, light takes away all the darkness. Dhvanta means darkness. Gada Dhvantani. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti, of course, this is also stated in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Srila Rupa Goswami, that when we are doing bhakti, it has so many effects. 6 effects are there. So first thing is Klesagni. So Klesa means different types of misery. So this misery comes from different points of view, from different sources. One is, this is called Bija Haratvam, Bija, Papa Bija, and this verse indicates that Bija Haratvam, the name that takes away the Papa Bija, or whatever is stored to be suffered in future, that is also nullified. In this way, Ajamila got released. Of course, there are so many things, but we won't describe it in detail. So in the end, it is stated by Sukadeva Goswami to Parikshit Maharaj, very important verse, that Miramano Harenama Grunan Putra Pacharitam Ajamilapi Agadhama Kimuta Sudai Gunan. Miramano, very nice. Of course, this meaning is that while suffering at the time of death, Ajamila chanted the holy name of the Lord, and although the chanting was directed towards his son, he nevertheless returned home back to Godhead. Therefore, if one faithfully and inoffensively chants the holy name of the Lord, where is the doubt that he will return to Godhead? Is there any doubt? Very nicely, Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarti gives a purport that there are Avadharani Chatushtayam. 4 points to be noted. What are they? That means Mriyamano. That means Asradhayapi Grunan. Kim Punah Sradhayati. During the time of death, at the time of death, he was chanting the name of the Lord. Asradha, without faith. So what those who chant the name of the Lord with faith, what to be spoken of them? Similarly, Mriyamano api kim punah jivan iti. Similarly, Mriyamano at the time of death. So we are living. So when we chant the name of the Lord, what will be the effect? Second point. Third point is Putra Pacharitam api kim punah Shakshadeva. He was thinking of his son, but those who directly think of the Lord, what is the effect? Then the fourth point is Ajamilo Mahapatapkyapi Kim Punah Nispapiti. Ajamil, he has done so many sins, and if we are free from sins, what will be the result? In this way, Sripad Vishwanath Chakravarti says, Avadharana Chatushtaya. These 4 points are to be noted. So thank you very much for listening to this lecture, and please don't forget to subscribe, share and like our channel and get the blessings of the Lord.